आप उसी में डालते रहना, वॉलंटियर में मैं भी नहीं हूँ।
जो भी इसको बोल देना ऐड कर दे।
हाँ मैं वो
मैं बता रहा क्यों मैं बोल रहा हूँ, जैसे मैं तेरे को भेजता हूँ व्हाट्सएप पे,
हाँ
फिर तो उसको व्हाट्सएप पे भेजेगा तो क्वालिटी गिरती रहेगी। फिर
ठीक है, मैं
डॉक्यूमेंट में भेज, डॉक्यूमेंट भी भेजा तब भी क्वालिटी गिरेगी थोड़ी बहुत। क्वालिटी वेरीज।
ओके, मैं तीनों का ग्रुप बना देता हूँ और फिर आप उसको
मैं तू और
अंजलि।
आई थिंक ये तो अलग चेंज करना है ना,
नहीं कर दिया मैंने।
ये लेफ्ट वाला।
हाँ ये करूँगा ना अभी। क्या नाम था इसका, गरम और
ये टोस हो गई क्या होगी? सही है।
भाई ऋषभ को देख के नाम रखा क्या गरम गॉडजिला?
ऋषभ गरम भी होता है?
ऋषभ गरम ही तो रहता है। क्या भाई क्या है यार। मैं तो ये सोचता ऋषभ की जो गर्लफ्रेंड होगी, ऋषभ ज़्यादा कंप्लेंट करता होगा या ये करती होगी। हॉकेट का लोगो तो अच्छा ना इनमें काफ़ी। दूसरा माइक का यार।
All right, welcome. We have a match starting in the next couple of minutes. Um, we have Garam Godzillas versus Huckit. So this is the 5th versus 8th position match. We have a 75-minute game. So in case you're tuning in for the first time, welcome to Off-Season Ultimates Club Invitationals Ultimate Frisbee Tournament. It's a 3-day tournament. We have a team from USA. We have a couple of teams that qualified from the Club Invitational, Marinas, Fly Wild, and a few other teams that have come together in this 8-team tournament format. So Garam Godzillas as well as Huckit, they have a couple of really amazing players that have been playing together over the last 2 days, building a lot of chemistry. Gonna be interesting how this pans out. So whoever wins this game gets the 5th seed, and whoever loses becomes the 8th seed, and accordingly the next match will be decided for them tomorrow. Both the teams will have one match to go tomorrow. And after this, we are gonna have one more match today.
How many matches? Your was the first one, second last. After this, that's the last one.
After this, we have Vipers playing the next match. Still trying to figure out who they are playing against.
ताहिर! ताहिर! ताहिर!
All right, so the clock is on. We have Garam Godzillas on defense. They are started with 4 women. Vaishnavi going for a pull. So on Garam Godzilla side, we have Tahir, Vaishnavi, Kanika. Oops, not able to see everybody. Okay, the pull is a bit short. It's quite against the wind. Okay, let's see how Huckit moves the disc. Gautam picks up the disc. We have Ashish going for upline fakes, and there is a contact, and Gautam calls. The foul is accepted by Tahir.
I would,
We have Ashish.
I would love to tell the audience that, Tahir has been threatened by some of the guys here that if they don't win this match, so it's not going to be good for him.
Yeah, let's see. Tahir is gonna. It's an Ahmedabad ultimate product coming back to Ahmedabad. Okay, there's a contact on that bid. It's a foul call. Tahir is back home. Let's see how he makes this tournament home.
Binoy, I need to just ask the question: how much does the wind, affect the game? Like its disadvantages and advantages.
Yeah, I mean, wind does play a role, and knowing to throw upwind against the wind, um, or like in a crosswind, all those do play out. So sometimes when you play, you kind of get into the moment and don't factor in those conditions and just make your usual throw, and it can get carried away or get uh, pressed down as well. So yeah, it definitely affects the game.
And when the wind is so fast, when it blows so hard, so it must be difficult for the offensive team that how to just get into the end zone or make a huck.
Absolutely, and that's the moment where you have to be a lot more careful. We have Ashish with the disc. Ashish uh, throws it to Gautam. We have Sanju resets it to Gautam. Ashish with an in cut. I'm sorry, I don't know all the players' names. Uh, there's one throw. There is
And that's a miss.
yeah. It's a turnover.
That's what I was talking about. Like you can see right now, the wind is too fast, so how it's difficult for the attackers to just score a goal there.
Yeah, maybe like should have taken it a little more slow. They were getting into a good momentum of just moving the disc. But that's ultimate. Now the other team has a chance to work their way uh, with the wind.
Just a question, Minoy. That is like now you can see that all the off-season games have are being broadcasted. So, what are the advantages that the players are, getting? How does it, give them a pros and there will be no con, I guess, but still, how does it help them?
Right, layout. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. This live stream for a sport to grow, having content out there is so important. And okay, see, that was a Huck that would have connected. There is another throw, and we have Ravi under it. Oh, he tries that first time, didn't get it, makes a second jump to get it. So we have finally the first score of this match. So coming back to what Jay Bhai asked, of course, like with content, it's a game changer, right? Like many other countries have Ultimate with a lot of game footage for them to review how they play, what worked, what did not work well, and it's commendable how Off-Season Ultimate has partnered with Sportscast and uh, started this whole live streaming aspect in Indian Ultimate Circuit. And there are a lot of young people who are playing the sport who really love content. Uh, and you're sure of a few reels coming up. And let's get those angles right for those highlight reels.
First of all, I would love to tell you that the game between you and PIF was extremely amazing, man. You guys were like incredible.
Thank you, Jay Bhai. Will convey the same to the team that has worked really hard, and we look forward to an amazing game with Flywild as we always look forward to. Um, all right, so we have the next pull. We have Rishabh running it down, but oops, it landed outside. But he has already set up. Okay, um, he's matching up with
Just a
Mohit
question,
there.
like, how do you see like comparing like the Indian players to the international players? Right now, we can see the players coming from Philadelphia. In future, we have more tournaments of the internationals that will be hosted by the OSU, and so like what's the main difference between the Indian players and the foreign players like Japanese, Europeans, and Americans that you feel that India must should have got like they can catch up to them?
Yeah. Largely, it's about exposure. How, like, if you are a player in the US, the likelihood of you being exposed to Ultimate um, is very, very high, even at the age of 8 and 9, while you're in school. From there, that system is not there yet in India. So having exposure to good competition that can push each other to pro is important. We have Huckett quietly, nicely moving the disc against the zone. We have Jaya on this, Jaya and Ashish. Ashish on the sideline. Ashish is trying to break the cup. Ooh, Bala saves that catch as a low throw. There is no mark on Bala, absolutely. So there are multiple people calling for him, but there is absolutely no mark, and that's an easy score. Ashish scores, Bala to Ashish, and scores now level with 1-all. Right. I'm still getting a hang of how, whether I'm not sure whether I'm in sync with what the stream is. Maybe I'm a second earlier. Alright, so Hackett is now on defense.
Binoy, just a question here that how do you feel like how like there should be a review system in the final because you have a technologies like with the 4 cameras, then you have every angle covered. What do you think like how this you know review system will improve the game or like what?
Yeah, as long as we can keep it within the 30 seconds and restart game as soon as possible, um, that's uh, that's great. I'm in favor for it. Um, so the Garam Godzillas are moving the disc quite well. We have Kadu Shubham. Shubham looks to tries a quick release and goes a little ahead of Rishabh. This is an opportunity for Hackett to get ahead in this game. They have to work the disc halfway up. It's one cut by Shantanu, which is really nice. Shantanu to Chandan. Chandan right at the sideline. He makes a throw. Oops, contact, but and a throw away right at the end zone. That's unfortunate. Rishabh to Kadu. We have Kadu to Vaishnavi. Vaishnavi throws an upline which gets intercepted by Rahul. Rahul to Chandan. Chandan does a cross field forehand which doesn't connect. We have Rishabh picking up the disc, starting all the way at the sideline.
So
Oh.
where's Mariners are from? It's like Mumbai team.
So Marinas is a mix of multiple locations. So it started with Project Fly, a campaign that Sahitra Tuhin kind of orchestrated, and we had an opportunity to work on that. And we had players from across the country being part of those camps, and we made 3 teams to participate in OSU's Invitational. So one of the teams was Marinas. So we have a mix of Delhi, Bangalore, Pune. Yeah, majorly these 3 areas. Okay, we have Chandan on the disc. Chandan with a nice oops, with a nice forehand, but the next throw is a turnover. Kadu on the disc. Kadu gives it to Krishna. Krishna has had an ankle injury, but what an athlete, keeps pushing through a lot of pain and continue putting the best he can. And that's on Ritika. Ritika hucks it, and we have Kadu going all the way, but the disc was moving a little faster than Kadu, and it's a turn. Just checking whether the disc is all fine, and it's good. Rahul with the disc. Rahul sends the disc to Chandan. Chandan is asking somebody to go deep, but well, I think Nikhil on the disc. I'm not able to see. Nikhil to Shantanu. Shantanu fakes a backhand. Shantanu to Rahul. Rahul nice. We have changed the attack completely, and we have Shantanu who has made a beautiful forehand Huck to Chandan in the end zone, and we have Huck it up 2, and Garam Godzilla's at 1. I think if we look at that last point, it was quite instrumental for the way the women who had open in-cuts, receiving those in-cuts and swinging the disc to change the attack all the way to the far sideline. That gave an easy power position to make a huck beautifully and score. All right, just still getting used to the commentating aspect. Quite hard, honestly. Don't know how people do it. So Ritika has the disc. Ritika to Noman. Okay, and to Sahu. Sahu sends it. Quick 1-2s, have covered good 10 meters with that quick passes. And we have a beautiful run by Sahu. That was a quick score. The score is level now. score. It's 2-all. And we have Kanika with a pull. She signal readiness. Huck is also ready for it. Okay. Little bit of a roller. Just being stopped by Rahul, Ashish. Ashish back on disc. Jaya gets the disc to sideline. Jaya to Ashish. We have Jaya. I've had the opportunity to see Jaya grow as a player from like in about a year from the last time he came to the U24 tryouts to now lost a lot of weight, got so much faster, and almost but getting free at will, got a good throw ahead. Unfortunate drop. We have Garam Godzillas getting disc right at their end zone. And right at their opponent's end zone, and they have to work all the way. On the line we have Kanika, a reset handler. It's a three-handler offensive piece with a vertical stack. So we have Noman, Altaf, Ahmedabad Ultimates. We have Tahir going for a reset. Oops, a little too low, and that's a drop. Ashish making that pass ahead. Reset to Rahul. Rahul throwing to Jaya. Jaya has the disc. Jaya again hits it, but this time it has overshot quite a bit. Tried a forehand blade, but went a little too far. It seems like a complete replay now. We have but one change. Altaf is picking up the disc and Oman has gone down to cut. What a catch by Tahir. Tahir now acing it. Altaf, no man connecting. And that's a Huck. Ooh, what a grab. And that's a score. So much joy after that. Score for the right reasons. Beautiful. The defense had great effort, almost there. But the offense kept their calm, grabbed the disc. Noman to Pile for a beautiful score. Now Garam Godzillas are up 3-2. In this tournament, in other games I've seen the volunteers keeping active time checks, and that's kind of helping a lot. It's great when we have timekeepers We have another 53 minutes to go. And we have Ravi with a massive pull. Lands in the end zone. And we have Sahu trying to put all the pressure possible. And Bala has the disc and makes a huck, which hasn't gone too well, but it's rolling quite far away. So I had my commentary mentor just calling me to give me some feedback, and I missed a little bit of action. There was some solid defense to intercept that by Ashish. Vaishnavi trying to huck, got intercepted. There is a call on field, talking their way through. There are no hand signals, so I'm unable to understand what exactly the call is, but they have high-fived each other, and it seems like they have resolved it. They're just trying to adjust their positions and restart the game. Okay. We have Mohit with the disc at the center. And Ashish. Oh! Ashish makes a throw. Bala gets the disc at the second attempt and resets to Ashish in the center. Ashish to Mohit. And a beautiful up the line throw. And Ashish runs it down, catches it effortlessly. And now we have the scores back level. It's 3-3. All right, so we have Huckett planning out what do they want to do differently on this defense. Bala giving some instructions, stepping out from the line. I think Garam Godzillas are calling for a time check. So we have Sahu receiving the disc. Sahu, oh, and Shubham gets the disc. He really, seems quite close for me. From here, let's try to look at a replay, but there was some great effort to catch the disc. That's fine. Yeah, the game has started. You can go ahead. some contact. And Tahir to Shubham. Shubham. What a grab. What a grab. Beautiful placement of the Huck. Effortless catching. It's now 4-3-4 to Garam Godzillas. Okay, so my commentator mentor RK Bhai says that I have to get louder. That's when things get better. So shall take that feedback and try to speak a little more louder now. So it's a 4-women point. We have Vaishnavi with the disc, a left-handed backhand pull that she's gonna go for. On the offensive line, we have Mohit. The sun is right at me and I'm not able to identify the other people. I think one is Gautam and then we have Rahul and Sanju. Alright, Vaishnavi with a pull and an IO backhand pull goes the distance. Gautam receives it, Mohit centers it, and then we have Gautam the disc. Quick movement of the disc, making the defense work. They're just having fun moving the disc, and Mohit slashes across. Mohit makes a deep put. Ooh. What a catch. They're trying to. Yes, that's a score. Mohit to Rahul. The score is 4-all. Okay. Sorry about that. We are just gonna get you the replay of that shot. So we had Mohit quickly.
No, I'm just recording it.
All right. It might take a little while to get that replay up, but the score is 4-all. Let's see what the teams are gonna do. I think we're a couple of seconds. Yeah. Yeah, if we have the replay finally, Mohit makes a quick cut right now when he sees he's free. There's a lot of swinging, and suddenly Mohit sees an opening and then makes a cut, and Rahul perfectly times that cut and gets it. And yeah, so the game is live again, and we have there is a call on field. We have Shubham with the disc. We have Ritika to Rishabh. Rishabh hucks it on his left forehand, and Shubham receives the disc. And what a grab, and that score. That's 4 to Garam Godzilla. Yeah, that's Vidita that made that score. think she's a fairly new player. I'm sorry if you have been playing long and I don't know you, but that's a good snatch at the end zone to secure that score. Uh, we have Garam Godzilla's defensive line getting ready. Um, so we have a 4-man point. There is Ravi, Altaf, Vaishnavi, Kanika, Ashish, Ashisahu, and Kavita and Tahir. That has quite a bit of hang time and lands right next to the sideline. We have Jaya recovering that catch. Raya has made a lot of progress, um, and Mohit gets the disc and overshoots a little bit, and Bala couldn't make that catch. A blady throw, and we have what a throw from Altaf to Ravi. It was such a nice zigzag movement to see Tahir open up the field with a crossfield forehand, and as soon as he receives it, Ravi slashes to the other side and makes a well-timed jump to receive it. And there is a call that it is half time.
I don't. Yeah, I think so. No, no. I think
By time it shouldn't be so. Uh,
what is the score?
yeah, the score is still 6-4. So I think the half time is after that. Seems. RK is sending me some Hindi commentary stuff, but I do not have the skills to pull that off. So I'll stick with English. Seems like that's a timeout. Yeah, Huckett is now 2 points down. All right, so we have resumed after the timeout. We have Shubham going for his pull, his backhand pull, quite fast, going the distance, and it has gone to Mohit. And Mohit and Gautam worked it up. We have Mohit with the disc. Mohit sends it deep. There is Ashish there, but he can't reach the disc. and a beautiful defense. It looks like Altaf. The sun is right in my eye. My eyes aren't great, so that's a great combo. Nice trust throw to the, and we have Altaf was going deep. Altaf gets a blade throw from Shubham, and Altaf to Vaishnavi. Vaishnavi to Ravi. Ravi makes a Huck, sends it to Altaf, and it's Ashish versus Altaf. Oh my god, that was intense. Maybe got his timing off a little bit by pressuring him to jump a second early. We have Gautam, the disc, and then we have. So we have the game restarting again, and Gautam to Mohit. Mohit is going to Mohit to Gautam. Gautam sends the disc. I think that's Sanju. And then we have Gautam. Gautam sends it to Bala. And not super sure. Okay. We have a replay. We are just going to quickly check that. Let's see how that went. So, yeah. So, it seems quite close. Can we just quickly go back like a couple of seconds and slower? That could help us out a little more. I think they're contesting that call perhaps. See, and this is the part, like we need this review ready in 30 seconds before they decide on what the outcome is. It seems like he makes a contact, and does he stop the spin of the disc? Almost, and he stopped. So by rules, yeah, he's inside the line, but yes, being a self-refereed sport, they're going ahead by continuing the game right now. They've contested that call as an in or out. We can. Yeah, absolutely. Like these things could help. Gautam tries to reset, but Vaishnavi gets in lane, anticipates that throw, blocks it, and then we have now Ravi with the disc. Ravi hits it and is sending it to Vaishnavi, and we have Shubham gets the disc. Probably that was would have been Vaishnavi's disc, but that's a score. And the score is 7-4. So now that's a half as well. So we have a couple of minutes of break right now. Shubham makes a jump, but that contact, yeah. So ultimate is a self-refereed and non-contact sport, and the onus is on each of us to learn the rules, administer the rules, and play with spirit. Yes, as humans, we sometimes fall short, and it's the process of learning from what we do and do better from there. So we have a 2-minute break before the game resumes again. We have Garam Godzillas up 7-4, so they have taken the half.
No, he just caught it. Yeah, threw it.
Yeah, I think I think this is also a great time to talk about those reviews that you're talking about. Do you think it's possible to get a replay in under 30 seconds for the call and relay that information to the ground?
It's possible. It's pretty much possible. But it depends like what kind of review. Like close call like that, 30 seconds is kind of less because you
Yeah.
have the umpires and the referees discussing whether it's in or not. So it also depends upon the review, what kind of review they have taken it. Some are very close call that takes time. Some are like not so close calls that just gets under in 10 seconds. So it depends upon the review. And if you're just concerned about the time, then I guess the point you're making because of the time that will be get wasted.
Yeah.
So what we can do is we can just stop the timer that's running on the screen for
Um.
the finals.
Yeah, I mean that kind of goes against the WFDF's rules on time. Like we cannot pause the time at that point. So it's yeah. From a technology and infrastructure point of view, do we have the resources right now to get instant replays ready for?
Yeah, yeah. Right now, just what you saw, I just made an instant replay
Yeah.
and just showed you within, I think so, within 30 seconds.
Right.
That how what was it?
So how can this reach players in 30 seconds? We would need somebody from there to come
Yeah,
and
so
watch this
you
here.
need a guy or a referee that is very good with this technical stuff and knows all the rules here.
Uh,
So like finals between you and PIF. So from another team like Flywild or like guys like Rishabh or Tahir or Mac, they can be your referees. And whenever we just get
hmm.
a call, I'll just show it here, and
Yeah.
we can just get on with it.
Right, I get you. And I think that is the aspect of televising the sport and like how we can make it like we have other models where for example the American Ultimate Disc League have an umpire that officiates the sport to enforce the rules. Um, yeah. Um, I think it unless we have communicated earlier, um, it could be a little difficult to pull that off, but I am in favor for it. Oh, we had
What we
such
can
a
do is,
close.
sorry to interrupt. The thing is, you can have a voting tonight for all the captains to do. If the vote is in favor, then it's good. Because just right now, you suggest a perfect example, like how one goal can just change the game.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, open to OSU to see how they would like to take it forward. Uh, we have um, Jaya, who has the disc about 20 meters from the end zone, is unmarked literally, and is sending it to Rahul. Rahul sends the disc ahead. Oh, is that in? Oh no, maybe just a meter
We'll
away.
just see in the replay after this.
Of course. Oops, and that's a drop. I think they would have been in. If not, they could have perhaps called it. It's fine. The game is about to.
Where did she have the disc? Okay, where the disc? Oh, it's on the line.
Yeah, it's on the line, so it was not yet a goal. Oh, we have Rishabh. What a put! A full field Huck, and oh my God, Rishabh was just waiting for his highlight reel right there. What a solid put! But the receiver tripped a little bit, and that made him slow down, and he couldn't get the disc. Solid interception by Noman, and we have Rishabh picking up the disc. We have Ritika, very calm and composed handler. Sahu with the disc. Sahu is being forced backhand. Sahu sends it to Ritika, and Sahu gets the disc back. Rishabh makes a cut, and we have oops, a little more float, and then that would have been a great score. We have Shantanu walking up to the disc. Shantanu calls for a timeout. I think this is a great moment for us to go back and, if possible, see Rishabh's almost full field Huck. Is it possible for us
Yeah,
to get
sure.
that?
Sure, you can just get that.
Rishabh, you can thank me later for getting your highlight reel back into the OSU stream. You can cut it and make it your own reel. Uh, and I think this is one important part about live streaming, that um, it's so important for content to be created and content to be put out, and with such a young crowd playing ultimate and in so much favor of short form content on all social media. um, what you're doing on field is super athletic and it's not so easy. It might seem like all you're doing is throwing a frisbee and catching a frisbee, but it just takes a lot of effort to do all that. So um, oh yeah, oh, Numan just stripped a bit there. If not, that would have been like the craziest thing that I've seen today. Um, right after that drop, we had both Rishabh and Numan in unison having their hands on the head. But that's fine. That's ultimate. How do you pick up yourself in the next point and move ahead? That's more important.
सुनील तुमने एंटी फिल्टर चेंज करा है क्या?
All right, so we have Hackett set up their offense. So the rule is that once you take a timeout, the offense has to first set up, and then the defense can set up however they want. And if you change the mark, you have to restart counting from a zero. So Shantanu, there are a couple of seconds that you have spent there, and oops, maybe a little step out and throw, and a little more afloat could have reset that. And Rishabh putting a solid big mark over there to pressurize that throw behind the receiver, a little ahead of the receiver actually. And we have Rishabh picking up the disc, walking to the start of the end zone, and let's see what he's gonna do. And Rishabh going for a throw, a little bit of miscommunication, but they're high-fiving each other, trying to get themselves going. Um, uh, the thrower is unmarked now, and Jaya to Shantanu, Shantanu to Jaya, Jaya to Rahul, Rahul, Ritika marking Rahul to Jaya. Jaya is looking at sends the disc to Shantanu. Shantanu looks at Huck, potential Huck, then goes for an upline to Rahul. Rahul right at the sideline is asking for somebody to make a cut to the deep space, and Rishabh again using his big mark to get a hand block right there. And we have quite a few fans on the sideline for Rishabh, and Rishabh to Noman. Noman tries to hit the disc. It's an OI put. What a solid put. And it kind of looked from here that it's inside, but yeah, it could be. Oops. Drop right outside their end zone. Yeah, when you are so close to scoring, you think about the score, that sometimes some errors happen. And now we have Huckett back on disc, and Huckett is probably going to Huckett, or no, No, they are looking at a reset. They are looking for an around throw to Rahul. Rahul sends it to Jaya. Jaya has a couple of options, um, trying to send the disc. It's with Shantanu. Shantanu on the far sideline now. Um, I don't know her name, but such a confident throw to. Sh- and Kavya comes out stronger there, gets a D. Um, and we have Sahu walking to pick up the disc. Sahu to Rishabh. Uh, and Rishabh calls for a timeout. Way too many turnovers this point. Time to calm things down and attack this a little differently.
I think it's been more than 5 to 10 minutes that there hasn't been any goal right now.
Yeah, you do feel like updating the score, right?
Yeah.
Just want to change that score for a second. Maybe you can have a guilty pleasure. You can make it 8-5 and then put it back at 7-5. I'm kidding. Let's not do that. Yeah. But yeah, this timeout gives space for teams to take a breath, calm their nerves down, and then come back. So, by the rules of the game, each team can have one timeout per half. So, I think with this, both teams are going to exhaust the timeouts that they have in the second half. And now let's see what the Garam Godzilla is coming up with. So they have an option to completely reset the field, position their players wherever they want, and then Huck it. Players can set the field up as defenders wherever they want. But the catch is, the team in white, Garam Godzilla, they cannot change their positions after they set up. So we have Rishabh on disc. So that is the only catch when an offensive team takes a timeout, that whoever has the disc has to have the disc. Rest everybody can reset. From here, it seems like the stack is maybe set a little too far, and yeah, they have been called a little in, and then the defense is ready. Uh, Rishabh dumps it to Noman. Noman sends the disc. Noman gets it disc back, hucks it to Ritika. Ritika is timing it, and a solid one-hand catch. We have what a grab, what a defense by Rahul. I think.
I think they are calling for a foul here.
Yeah. Do you want to look at that replay? Do you have an
Yeah,
angle
sure.
that is
Sure.
close?
I have the angle from the backside.
Yeah. Let's take a look. So the rule is that contact before, during, and after is a foul. Did that affect the outcome of the play? Is a question to be asked. And Rahul makes a leap, and it kind of seems like Sahu actually had the disc, and maybe not sure whether it stopped spinning or not, but yeah. They are just gonna go for a reset once again. And okay, yeah, we can see it after this point. Some patient swinging of the disc. Ritika back on disc, has a range of throws. She hits little too fast and goes out of the field. And yeah, so just looking at that, can we slow it down maybe a little bit right here? And we have Ashish. We have Ashish Sahu going for the disc, and he almost has the disc. Game started.
Okay, no worries, no worries. It's not.
Yeah. Let's go back to the live and let's not miss the action that we have right now. That's some solid fakes, and Shantanu with the dish. Shantanu with an inside break to Rahul. Rahul, after that defensive attempt, he's trying to get his composure back on disc. Jaya to Shantanu, Jaya to Shantanu, and Shantanu. There is a travel call on Jaya or Shantanu, I'm not sure. Okay, the travel call is on Jaya. So this is a stoppage because the disc had already been released. So Jaya comes back, so it is a violation. What he's saying is right, so you have to reset to where you were, and we have there is a call again. I'm unable to figure out whether that is an in-out call. Can't see much of hand signals on the field. Yeah, if you are ever playing Ultimate, it would always be good to use hand signals. That helps. So we have ooh, and one more turn in the end zone, but there is a conversation that is going on. There were maybe there was a bit of contact while going for the disc, and that affected the outcome of the play. And
I'll just give you a replay in a second. That will be possible. तो तुमने 7-5 करके रखा था यहाँ पे?
नहीं 7-4 ही है, उसमें भी देख लो
वो नहीं, बीच में 5 था।
नहीं वो अरे ताहिर भाई के साथ गलती हो गई, ताहिर भाई को लगा 7-5 है तो वो हमको बोले ऐसा था ही।
extremely sorry with the score. 7-4 is actually the score. We are really sorry about that.
I just saw it and I said, oh fuck, I'm doing this.
Okay, I also take ownership. I'm sorry, Jay Bhai. Got carried away. But hopefully the disc is right outside the end zone. Okay, now it is close to the big brick mark. We have Rahul makes a pass to Shantanu, which gets dropped. It's been quite a long point, and fatigue does set in, and that does affect. So we have Rishabh making an in-cut, and then Rishabh making the pass to Noman, and Noman hucks it once again. And let's see what happens. And finally, Ritika has caught the disc, and that's a score to Garam Godzilla. This is the right time to change the score. And the score is 8-4. 8 to Garam Godzillas and 4 to Huck. That's been an extremely long point. Both teams would be ideally going with a fresh set of legs. And we have about 15 minutes left in this game. Something beautiful about this venue is we have two puppies here, and the puppies keep coming around and seeking love from all the players. So if you are around and would like to give some of your love away, the puppies are waiting for it. If you're afraid of dogs, that's a different conversation, but they're quite lovely and playful. It does look really beautiful right now with the sun kind of almost setting, an orange sky coming in, and Ravi with a pull against the sun, and we have almost a fresh set of legs right now. Let's see how this line works it up. There is a travel call, and Gautam centers it to Mohit. I'm not able to get her name, and then we have Sanju to Mohit to Gautam. Tahir behind Tahir set mark and hucks it, and then we have Bala receiving it. So the team has lived up to their name and actually hucked it to the end zone, and that's a score. So the score is now 5-8, 5 to Huck it and 8 to Garam Godzillas. I think we should have a shot of the sun, but it's okay. We can focus on the game. But
I think that's a great idea. I'll just call the drone. Where's Shantanu? The cameraman. Shantanu, no. Oh,
um,
you know, look at that contact that they were arguing about. I was just looking at. Not right now. I could have checked afterwards.
yeah.
It's on main camera. Don't know worries. It's on main camera.
All right. Um, so I think I'll be here solo for some time. So if you're not getting the right shots, it's because I don't know how to change the shots. But we are on main camera, and we have Ashish getting ready for a pull. He asks his players to move a little bit so that he has a space for his wind up, and he hits a backhand, a little bit of IO pull, but probably should have been a more um, IO, which inside out, which could have given it a bit of distance. And the team has called for a brick. So this happens when the pull lands outside the playing field, and you can use the hand signal of raising one hand up, and you can come to the brick mark, which is about 18 meters ahead of the end zone. So we have Noman with the disc. Noman sends it to Tahir. Tahir is seeing whether he should huck it, and ooh, what a grab! Risky pass there, but maybe it's not at all a risk for them. And Kadu tries to go for a scuba, which got blocked. And maybe we are getting Huckett come back into the game. The score is 5-8. This is a chance to break, and there is contact between two players of Huckett. Maybe a little more of communication could have avoided it, and that contact led to the disc being dropped. So the teams have agreed that contact by a teammate, if she had the disc before that contact, then she would have possession. But if she didn't have that possession, do not exactly know what is happening. So if this I think the spirit captain of Huckett, Mohit, I'm not 100% sure where it's Mohit who is the spirit captain. Let me just quickly check. Yeah, Mohit. Yeah, Mohit was. So yeah, they have talked and said that that is a turnover. So they again have a disc. Garam Godzilla calls a travel. Um, so it's when you move your pivot before you release, and we have Tahir to again there is a call of travel, and Tahir sends the disc to Numan. No, I think that's Altaf. Sorry about that. And Bala trying to have a very crazy mark, being very active, make that throw a little more harder. We have Noman on the disc now, and Shubham slashes ahead, grabs the disc. We have Shubham trying to hit across, and we have Tahir score that. So for all those people who were challenging Tahir earlier, he has answered all those people now by having a score. This particular end zone is just really pretty with an amazing sun. And there are 9 minutes to go, and we have one more match after this, which I believe is going to be Vipers and Awadh Khiladis. Right. Yes, that's exactly what the match is going to be, and maybe that the next match would be starting around 6 p.m. or so. I'll confirm the time soon. We have
Oh,
uh,
I didn't change it. It should be 9. Yeah, it's 9.
yeah, the score is 9-5.
I always made a replay of the score. Wait. Okay, these two cameras in battery.
All right, we have two cameras with a bit of a battery issue, so we have less feeds right now, but we'll be back live. Our main cameras are live, so um, we have uh, uh, we have Vaishnavi with a nice floaty backhand pull, and Mohit receiving. Mohit to Ashish, Ashish to Mohit, Mohit kind of. Oh, I think that was a D, or it kind of fell apart, but it Ravi hucks it, and we have Ashish. Oh my God, what a! This is the replay that we need. Like the rule says, you don't give up on the disc till it hits the ground, and that is what you saw in action right now. Ashish really timed that jump, gets his D, and then he goes for a second attempt, and he thinks he got it. Actually, he did get it two times, but then Garam Godzilla actually got Garam and got that amazing score. Um, One defense, two defense, and then you lay out and get that disc. It doesn't get better than this. 5 versus 8 position. Score has now changed to, I think, 10-5 now. And that was a beautiful Ravi Altaf connection. What a That was just a brilliant play. Beautiful to see that. Mayur, if you are watching the live stream, Shantanu is really trying to talk to you right now. Uh, we need a couple of good shots to be captured without delay. And we have now Ritika with the disc. She's going to pull, and Ayo backhand goes quite far. It's right outside the end zone, catches it. Gautam moves the disc quite quickly. There is a travel call by Rishabh, and then Gautam gets the disc back. Is trying to understand where exactly that was. Correctly sets his pivot and taps and moves ahead. And we have Gautam to Jaya, Jaya to Gautam. Gautam again on travel call by Rishabh. So the travel is about he's catching the disc, and there is a movement in a different direction, which is where the problem is. And then we have Jaya on disc. And Vaishnavi nicely slashes in that lane to stop that throw. And we have Gautam back on the disc, like distributing it across the field, and gets it back. And sees an open pass, respect the open pass. We have Jaya with the disc right in the center of the field, Sahu marking. The call is to, Sanju gets that disc there, and Sanju looks for an open option, and Gautam is a safe reset at the back. There's a cut that is being called off. Sanju gets the disc again, and then we have Jaya on the near sideline, and Gautam goes for the disc. Gautam sends it to Bala across the field. A beautiful in cut, but it didn't convert as well. And we have Gautam, who makes a good pass in the end zone to convert it. The score, I think, is now 10-6, 10 to Garam Godzilla. But that play where Gautam is going for the disc and he is taking snapshots of the presence of the other players, it's something that we all should be doing so that we avoid unnecessary body contact and keep the sport non-contact. And now we have 3 minutes and 40 seconds roughly to go to hard cap. which means by time after 3.5 minutes, the point stops, the point ends, and you race to the next point, which means if the score, whatever be the score, you take the highest score, add +1 to it, and whichever team reaches that score first wins the game. So we have the score at 10-6, and now Garam Godzilla is on offense. Their offense line connected quite well last time. And we have Huck getting ready for a pull. All right, we have some spinning of the disc on hand to show readiness, a new way of saying they are ready. Seems like the disc is just about to land outside, but Shubham catches it. And we have Noman with the disc, and Noman to Tahir. Tahir nicely resets to Shubham. Shubham sends it deep, and now it's again Ashish versus Altaf. And again, that bid is solid. And we have got a matchup. So exciting to see this. What a Huck by Shubham, and Ashish times it and gets a couple of fingers and ensures this time the disc does go down. We have Rahul with the disc now, and Rahul is now sending it to Bala, but Tahir, yes, he is an organizer who has come in from the future to intercept. He knows what is happening. And then we have now Shubham to Shubham. Oh, let's see what happens. We have another D in the end zone, and that's exciting. Uh, and it's I don't know whether we got in camera, so that's a great peel off D. You can see how she had amazing awareness on field to see that throw coming and move to intercept and ensure that block happens. The drone has went up and the sun has gone down. What a day. And we have Ashish. Is Ashish going to huck it? Yes, Ashish is going to huck it. But now it's a question about can you receive it? But sadly, it didn't convert. Maybe a little more float, little more ahead could have changed the outcome, or a bit more patient swinging, which right now you can see Garam Godzilla is doing. And Ritika, oh, what a sneaky throw by Shubham Kadu there. Shubham is such a vibe. It's just amazing to see him play. And we have Shubham. Shubham, there is active calls to calm the player down. We have Ritika with the disc, and we have Altaf there. Oh, snatches it right out of Chandan's hand, and safe handling there by Tahir. Tahir giving that reset option. What a this is exactly what I said. Like Shubham is such a vibe, right? Like enjoying ultimate, making it fun for everybody else too. And we have Tahir, beautiful, beautiful, like attacking all other spaces. And then we have now Ritika catching the disc, and Shubham walks off as if nothing happened because this is normal for him. Uh, The score is 11-6. We'll just rectify that. Yeah, that was Shubham Kadu to Ritika. Score. Uh, the old Jumbish chemistry is always alive. Let's just see that patient swinging of the disc. Um, and yeah, maybe like if we have this camera angle to have the disc at 1/5 of the screen so that we get the full downfield, that could really help. All right. Yeah. Yeah, we're just changing a couple of batteries, but we'll be all set and solid for the next match, which is Awadh Khiladis versus Vipers. They did have a match yesterday, and it was quite dark, and it's not as dark as it was yesterday right now. And let's see how today's game is going to unfold. But coming back to the current game, Ravi coming with this massive pull, hanging all the way, and we have Mohit on this Mohit, and we have now Jaya hucking it, but it's gonna be a little difficult. Yes, the throw should have been a little more inside out so that it flattens out and travels the distance so that Gautam could have received it. It became an outside in, so it swung away from the player and not into the player. Um, we have Ashish Sahu, and another Huck. Kind of looks like it's going out. Yes, it is going out. The last few seconds left. Actually, by time it's up, which means it is going to. I'll just check whether the time ended before. We're just switching on the lights of the ground so that we have a little more visibility ready for the next game as well. So it is game to 12 right now. So if uh, Hackett has the disc, and Hackett is trying to send the disc, and it's a Vaishnavi versus. Oh, yes, once more. So. The same thing happened in this end zone earlier when Hackett tried to defend with Ashish kind. No. Score is now Score is now 11-7, and yeah, it just seems like the balance is back. You try to tip the disc, but the receiver still caught and scored in that end zone. Now we have 12. The game is to 12. Score is 11-7. So we are maybe in the last point right now. Let's see. It's game to 12, which means if Garam Godzillas are going to score this point, they win. And if not, you keep playing till a team reaches 12. It's a pull. Okay, we have Tahir. and they're sending the disc. Let's see whether Sahu can make. Oh, Sahu really flies for it, but the disc flies a little ahead and falls short. But some great effort in this game, and the game is to 12. Huckett has a chance to keep going right now. Maybe score one more point, force Garam Godzilla to play one more point. Rahul has picked up the disc. Um, the call was to Huckett, but Rahul did reset it. Um, and there is a. Oh, Rahul goes up in the air and he comes down with the disc. What a solid sky. There is some call. I think there is a travel call. And Rahul to Shantanu. Shantanu resets it to Rahul. Are they going to huck it? Oh, there was a fast throw and Shantanu did receive it, and Ashish has the disc. Shantanu going into the deep. There are we have a call to take it a little more easy, and Ashish makes it look easy, going into space, and Rahul throwing a forehand throw nicely into space, floating it right into their arm, which means Garam Godzilla have to play one more point. It's game to 12, and the score has changed. It's 11-8 and game to 12. ये है क्या? वो वहाँ पे था. We have Vipers warming up on the side. The lights are on again. We have Awadh Khiladis also having a huddle, getting ready for their next match. This is exactly what happened yesterday too. Awadh Khiladis and Vipers had a match under lights, and Vipers did beat them. Maybe today is a different day and a different outcome, because both these teams are quite stacked, and they have it in them to take the game away. So we have now Huckett ready to pull. We have Altaf. What a grab by Vaishnavi. Goes the first attempt. It just hits the tip of your fingers, goes up, and goes all the way. What a way to finish the game. And that is it. Is game to Garam Godzilla. And they retain seed 5. So they play the 5 versus 6 spot tomorrow morning, which essentially means they're going to play the winners of the next game that is coming up live on the off-season ultimate page soon. And Huckett are going to play the losers of the next match to get the 7th or the 8th spot in this tournament. Thank you for tuning in, and see you another game.